Okay. Hello guys! Again, welcome ulit sa panibagong episode ng Geeks Out of Nowhere. Yun. And today, kasama ko si Eugene and maliban sa kanya, meron tayong isa pang guest na kasama. And syempre, ah he's recently retired from Philippine Professional Wrestling and syempre, uh, he was able to give us his time for this interview. So without further ado, let me introduce to you our guest, none other than the golden boy of Philippine wrestling, Chino
Chinto!
Ginto, the blessed one.
What up? Maraming salamat, JP and Eugene, for having me. Akala ko nung ceremony ng si Eugene, akala ko ako yung kausap mo.
No naman.
Hindi, dati ko si Eugene. Okay, thanks for having me.
Art print eh.
Of course. Yeah. Yeah. Actually, sorry, di ko pala nasuot yung t-shirt.
Okay lang, okay lang. Okay lang.
Favorite ko yun eh, actually. One of my favorite shirts, yung Chino Ginto shirt. Yeah, so,
Yung legacy shirt.
yep. Wala na kayong mabibili nun. Yun lang.
Ano
Ano pala, by the way, ang gumawa nun is a great artist, si Ken Lavin.
Yes.
Known illustrator siya.
Mm-mm.
Tapos, dating wrestler din.
Yep.
And he's also designed mga belts sa FPW.
Yep. He's
Solid.
the former tag team ni Marky.
Yes, Kakay Bros.
Kay Bros. Yes. Still know my PWR history. Anyway, before that, musta muna ang buhay-buhay, Boss Chino?
Ayun, chill lang sa bahay kasi. No, I'm kidding. Of course, huwag natin hintayin yung mga episodes, pero I have now retired from
Yeah.
pro wrestling, hindi Philippine pro wrestling. Walang qualifiers na words dito, rektahan na, walang paasa na may mga loophole. Hindi.
Yeah.
I've retired from pro wrestling.
Mm.
Unang-una, hindi na ganun kasakit yung likod ko. Because syempre masakit ang mag-wrestling. But overall, I think I'm doing okay. Alam ko, wrestling has been a dream of mine for so long. Just being able to wrestle for 10 years, para I think okay na siya. Of course, maraming bagay pa na I can siguro maybe tell more stories about later. Pero as of now, I'm in a good place. I have accepted the fact na nag-retire ako. I have accepted the fact na I left on my own terms.
Yep.
And I think right now I'm happy where FPW is, where the Filipino Pro Wrestling is, where the Filipino Pro Wrestling scene is. So
Okay. So before we talk about your retirement, let us or please take us to the memory lane and tell us how Chino Ginto started as a wrestler. What are your influences and ano ba yung talagang what was the yung nag-push sa'yo to pursue professional wrestling?
sige, simulan natin nung bata pa lang ako.
Yeah.
Okay, everyone naman started out as dream nila maging wrestler. I think upon watching wrestling, everyone wanted to do moves, ganyan. Gets ko yun eh. And lumalabas yan lahat sa mga nag-attempt mag-training for wrestling.
Yep.
Everyone would say, napanood ko ito ng bata ako. Gusto ko yung moves na to. Nag-chokes lang ako sa swimming pool. Nag-enjoy ako. I mean, the stories are all parallel. Sa akin, I would say, hindi naman nalalayo. Nanood ako wrestling dati right after Cartoon Network. Kung naalala nyo pa, pagdating na 9 o'clock, palit na, hindi na Cartoon Network yun. Monday Nitro na.
Yep.
And I remember being interested ako. Big Billy Kidman fan ako. Big old, as in WCW, Rey Mysterio, Unmasked. Tag team pa sila ni Conan. Yung nakalimutan ko na yung pangalan nila, ng stable nila, but that was my childhood. Yung cruiserweight division ng WCW. Pag NWO, hindi ako nanonood eh. Nag-CR ako gano'n. Ini-CR break ko yung NWO.
NWO.
But eventually, parang nagkaroon ng availability ng WWE on local TV. Parang ito lang na-expand yung what I wanted to, yung interest ko sa wrestling. Pero the truth is, when I was younger, dami ko kasing, di naman sa pagmamayabang, pero as Chino Ginto, marami naman tayong talents and skills.
Yeah.
So, marami tayong skill set in terms of athletics, sports aptitude ko, even yung, I would say, promo skills ko, ganyan. Parang feeling ko marami akong ganong bagay na hindi nag-make sense. Para, mahilig ako mag-basketball, pero nasaan doon yung aside from the jumping athletic speed part, parang bitin, kulang physicality. Football ako dati, pero parang I feel like may certain limitation lang yung, again, physicality na pwedeng gawin in athleticism. So parang syempre, through the years, parang I found myself just trying to find an outlet where I can express who I am fully, i-fulfill yung lahat ng God-given talents to me. Tapos, of course, as with every other 10-year long wrestler, sabihin nila ay may nakita silang Facebook group at sinalihan nila, may napanood sila, which is PWR, Philippine Wrestling Revolution. And sabi ko, this was it. So I went. I remember batch number 4 pa ako noon from Philippine Pro Wrestling, for Philippine Wrestling Revolution. And kabatch ko, 2 lang kami. Hindi, 3 pala kami. 3. Pero 2 lang yung nag all the way up until today. So, si James Idol Martinez was a batchmate of mine.
Oh.
Parang when I did that, yung mga unang mga ginawa, sabi ko, unang bump ko, unang flip bump ko, ganyan. And sabi ko, ito yon. Ito yung hinahanap ko na for the longest time. Ito na yon. And doon nagsimula lahat, basically.
Okay.
Ayun. Okay.
Nice. Okay. Yeah. Eugene, your question.
Well, since ang daming na-disappoint na nalaman na nag-retire ka. Kasama na kami doon. Kaming 2 na yun, kasama na doon.
Talaga?
Naiyak ako nung unang balik mo eh. Sabi ko, birthday ko pa yun eh. Sabi ko, ito na yun eh. Tapos, so ano nang plans nyo ng isang Chino Ginto after ng retirement,
Tumatalo na agad tayo sa ending Hinihingi mo na yung gusto mong
actually, kasi late ako dumating ng sinabi ko na ito last episode na late na ako dumating ng local wrestling scene na manood. Which is kaya nga medyo disappointed ako na napanood ko lang kayo in like a span of kasi kailan kayo bumalik 2023, no?
2022. Early 2023. May 2022 show kami October. Isang show tapos February agad meron.
Yeah, yung February 2023 na yun, which was yung last day ko ng ex ko, no? Yun yung first show ko kayo napanood. And parang ang lungkot na malaman na iba sa pero ikaw mapapanood na parang 2 years na lang pala yung kita mapapanood, parang ganun. So yun lang. Kaya just to add lang na
sige. I think siguro later na natin sabihin yun. Later na natin
pero bago yun, Eugene, gusto lang sabihin sorry if I only gave you 2 years of my career.
Sulit naman yung 2 years na yan. Pero it's just sad na na ganoon din si Quattro, pinwento niya na parang magre-retire na rin dapat siya pero hindi niya na tinuloy. So
actually may story siya behind that. I think yung 2023 na sinasabi mo, I think correct me if I'm wrong, yun ba yung show na main event ako with Mike Madrigal?
I guess so.
Yun ba yung napanood mo?
Ang napanood ko kasi, ang unang match mo was with Johnny Vander. Johnny Vander match natin. Which was a solid match din.
Actually, maganda naman namin. Anyway, going back, in terms of, let's talk about retirement. Okay lang naman na mention mo yung kay Quattro.
Okay.
Ikwento na natin kasi Quattro yun.
Sige.
Actually, so mga 2023, 2024, di ba pinost naman niya to so I think it's knowledge naman. for a while na nag-commentary siya, di ba?
Yep.
So,
Yep.
because may mga iniinda siya na injury at that time. And actually, one of the main reasons din why parang napaisip din ako about leaving early or retiring kasi syempre for the benefit of Eugene, not sure ikaw, JP, kung kailan ka ano,
Nagsi-
sa scene. Anong year ka ba nanood?
Ako, tarito,
Pamilya.
basta PWR days, I was the,
Okay.
namamunod na ako. I was able
kasi,
to, actually, Homecoming yung one of my memorable shows na napanood ko eh.
well, Homecoming is objectively the biggest Philippine wrestling show ever.
Yeah.
Hopefully, mapalitan siya, of course, for obvious reasons.
Mm-mm.
Because gusto natin lumaki yung eksena. Pero anyway, going back, the reason naman kasi behind the retirement and siguro yung sa akin is noong 2017 I tore my ACL.
Yes. Yeah, I remember that.
During training. It didn't even happen during a practice match. It happened during a drill. And for me, torn ACL, parang isa yan sa mga main injuries. Diba? We talk about sports injuries.
Yeah.
Sa mga main yan, kasi tanggal ka 6 to 9 months. Kasama na yung rehab mo, recovery mo. And sa totoo lang, mabilis lang naman, operahan ako after a month. Sa totoo lang, tumatalon na ako in like 4 months after post-op. Kung kaya ako bumalik ng wrestling, makakabalik ako ng time na yun. Pero hindi ako bumalik. Because for a while, nawala yung puso ko sa wrestling. Kasi, syempre, iba yung pain na masakit siya. But at the same time, passion ko lang dapat to eh. Pero why is it affecting my real life? Why is it affecting yung totoong buhay ko, yung trabaho ko, yung relationships ko sa pamilya ko, yung everything. And that was really a tough time for me, yung buong 2017 eh, kasi when I won my first championship, April 2017. Tapos, one title defense, may binibuild kaming storyline, biglang na-injure ako. So, I had to vacate the title. So, within 1 year, parang I feel, grabe, champion ako. Tapos, na-injure ako. And yung pain of overcoming that, actually, hindi ko na ginusto yung overcome. And for a moment, siguro for a few months, wala akong balak bumalik. Because I was forced out. I felt like I was forced out. But of course, with everyone's support, with my family's support, with my partner's support, nakabalik ako. Pero it took me a while. Simula na-injure ako ng July 2017. Nanood ako ng first wrestling nanood ko was mga mid-2018 na. And during that time, dun nag-umusbong yung mga other known talents ngayon sa wrestling scene. Kasi nung time ko, hindi man ako OG, pero hindi rin ako new school, di ba? So nung time na na-injure ako, doon nag-debut yung mga tulad, pumasok sa eksena yung mga tulad nila Quattro, nila Johnny Vander, and si Mike sumunod sa akin a bit, pero nag-skyrocket yung popularity nila nung wala ako. So parang at that time, parang hindi ako na bumalik kasi wala makakilala sa akin. But anyway, of course, at the end of the day, kung mahal mo, hindi nawawala yung apoy, di ba? And the fire will always be there. And if you remember, sabi ko kanina, parang yung retirement ko, I was walking out of my own terms. So ko kasi yun, yung parang I didn't want to feel na I was forced out of the business or parang just because napilayan ako, ayoko na. So I came back, I returned. Initially, the plan was, ang retirement ko dapat was 2020. So I came back.
During the pandemic.
Hindi. Before supposedly the pandemic. So I came back early 2019, parang nag-comeback ako. Tapos lahat ng gusto kong gawin, mag-dive sa top rope na hindi ko ginagawa dati, ginawa ko.
Yeah.
Isa lang ang hindi ko gagawin ever is mag-tope suicida. Never ko gagawin yon. For personal reasons lang. Ayoko lang talaga siya na move.
Ano po yung ano?
Yung dive outside the ring.
Okay.
Masakit.
Ayoko lang. Personal lang ako lang yan. Like ako ayoko siya gawin. Pero if gagawin mo siya sa akin, wala naman akong magagawa eh. Tatalon lang naman sa akin.
Sasaluhin lang.
Sasaluhin mo na naman.
Pero moveset ko dati, brawler lang talaga ako.
Yeah.
At most, I have like a second rope drop kick. Pero nung nag-comeback ako, top rope drop kick, ganyan-ganyan. Lahat because I had the intention to retire ng 2020. But until, syempre, nagka-pandemic, na-extend tayo ng konti. Tapos, nagka-storya tayo. So, na-extend lalo na. Anyway, that's where we're at.
Actually, na-mention nga nila ni Red sa Cool Pals episode na favorite wrestler. Yeah. Actually, sad nga din si GB Labrador na nag-retire ka na. Actually, mas yung pinanood natin, diba na ano, nag-extend ka pa eh. Actually, yun na daw dapat yun eh, diba? Yung ginawa si ni Quattro nung ano, dapat yun na daw yun eh. Or actually, mas earlier pa nga daw dapat, sabi din nila eh.
Mas earlier pa dapat. Pero kasi ako, isa lang yung request ko at the end. Sabi ko, gusto ko lang magkaroon ng magandang storya.
Yeah.
Tapos,
So,
I pitched my story. Tapos, sa totoo lang, nakabuhay siya on its own. Na-extend siya ng inabit. Kasi nga parang, syempre may nirarap up na ibang story sa ibang aspeto. So, na-extend na na-extend. To a point na parang we felt like we needed to prematurely end the story. Nasabi rin naman ni Red yun di ba? Ang plano niya was sana sila Bam. Sabi niya?
Si Chill Joke na daw. Or si Bam. Sabi niya, wala na ba sila? Na-enjoy namin yun.
You heard it here first. Supposedly, may mga big celebrities na napapasok dahil natalo si Chino Ginto, dinaya. Kasi di ba ang story on that night was semifinals for number 1 contendership.
Yep.
Tapos big surprise, pagkapanalo ko, finals na pala. Sa araw na wala rin si Red, finals na pala. Tapos si Quattro, took me down in a quick match.
Yeah.
So out na dapat ako. Dapat in all intents and purposes, pag matalo, out. Yun naman yung stipulation eh. So dapat may magka-come in na high profile attorney or political ayaw na sabihin pero nabanggit siya dun sa podcast ba
binanggit na niya si Chel Yok isa yan si Chel or si Bam either
actually Bam Aquino is willing naman kasi hindi naman sa willing pero he was there on one of your shows before.
Kasi si Bam is a supporter of FPW. Totoo naman. Of course, yes, nandun siya nung first or second show. Pero supporter talaga siya. Malaking bagay because when we were forming FPW with si Red, si Bam was one of yung mga main nakakausap niya about pushing this passion-driven grassroots product. So, sila Bam Aquino mahilig naman sa ganyan, supporting yung mga tulad natin sa pro wrestling, sa gaming, di ba? Nag-support siya.
Yes.
So, yun. Of course, syempre, dahil he's a busy man, di naman siya lagi available. And again, like tulad nung supposedly scenario with me, dapat sila magre-reinstate sa akin. Pero, meron naman ibang tao na powerful sa FPW board. Malapit tayo din sa ibang FPW board members. So, ayun, sila na lang.
Okay. Ayun. So, parang for me, let's highlight din muna yung mga matches na yung dun sa storyline mo na going to your
sige.
retirement, no? As in talaga nung ini-stipulate mo na na you're going for the championship or else you're going to or else you're retiring. For me, no,
Mhm.
what I felt was that the story talaga would give you the end game of that would be you having the championship, but not wala sa isip ko na magre-retire ka actually.
Same.
Okay.
Same.
Actually, we're talito in every review that we make about FPW shows, yun yung iniisip ko
Mhm.
parate. And
Makukuha niyo yung belt.
yeah,
Yeah.
yung makukuha mo yung belt and retiring is out of the question because yun yung parang it's a possibility when you when you lose, pero for me you have parang tinatawag nating plot armor story, but yeah.
Sige. I understand. Pero alam mo, when I crafted yung pitch na yun, ang idea ko kasi there was, sabi ko nga, di ba, number one, gusto ko maganda story ako.
Mm-mm.
And for me to have a good story, and para sa akin, it's about making sure na nagre-react yung tao pag nasa ring ako. Sorry, next show, tignan nyo, wala, di na pala makikita. Pero ako, one thing I'm very proud of sa performances ko, match ko lagi pinakamaingay.
Yes.
Solid.
Kasi for me, yun ang natutunan ko throughout the years of di lang watching kasi of course I would like to give props din sa mga tulad natin nanonood ng wrestling. Now we do understand the ebb and flow of a match, of characters, pero also as a performer, parang nakuha ko na of how to really or at least personal feeling ko lang to, na kaya ko i-maneuver in such a way na kung anong gawin ko, mafe-feel ng tao. Of course, pwede rin siyang natural ability ko, pwede rin siyang connection na na-build ko sa inyo, pwede rin naman siya talaga na, paglabas ko, actually, gusto ko supportahan tong taong to.
Yeah.
And quick sidetrack lang, kaya nga ako naging face dati for the longest time, heel ako, but no one was booing me, everyone was cheering me. Kahit sobrang, maybe I was just doing my job too well in the ring. So anyway, for me, when we're crafting yung plan na yon, ang gusto ko lang is yun nga, maganda istorya ko. Number 2, gusto ko laging must watch yung match ko.
Yeah.
Kasi hindi mo alam kung matatalo na ako
Yes.
Hindi mo alam na kunwari, binigay kay John Evander, pinupush natin yun ngayon Pinupush ng FPW ngayon. Ako, yari tayo dyan, mukhang matatalo siya.
Yeah.
At the same time, no earlier parts of the story, I also wanted to highlight yung ibang tao. I understand na para sabi nyo, pag may match, parang, sure yan, paralayan si Chino. Of course, hindi nyo naman alam kung ano maging ending.
Yeah.
I mean, to get there, alam nyo na mananalo. You don't know how. But I remember when we were writing yung storya na to, tapos napaplot out na sino may makakalaban ko. The first match I had was an academy guy, was si Richie.
Richie Paraiso.
Richie Paraiso. Tapos next ko, I think, was si Dax, di ba? And I remember nung sinusulat yung pila na yon, sila Dax, sila AB3. Sabi ko, you have to make these guys look good before we eventually get to yung meat of the story. Kasi hindi naman siya dapat parang, manalo ka lang. Yeah. Ang end goal ko naman, sabi ko nga sa inyo as a performer, hindi lang din sa sarili ko, but also making the other guy look good, di ba? Hindi naman kayo mag-cheer sa akin kung hindi nakakainis yung isa Hindi naman inisip na sana manalo si Chino kung nagbibigay ng idea tong isa na alam mo kung mananalo siya. So, parang for me, it was also a challenge sa me as a performer. And ako, I'm happy because I think sa lahat na nadaanan ko, they were given a chance na, to flourish.
Yes. Actually nga dito, 'di ba, yung on the earlier part of your matches nung nabuo yung FPW, it's you who was on the losing streak before you getting the
Yeah.
Mm.
Sobrang happy ko talaga nung nanalo for like the first set. Finally!
Alam mo, sa totoo lang, the reason why na come up ko yung storyline na yun, kasi at that time, we only had 2 stories ongoing.
Mm.
Number 1 was the FPW Championship Tournament, di ba?
Yes.
Tapos number 2, yung Marky na may utang kay James Idol Martinez.
Yeah.
Nabigla na agent din.
If you remember, ang blow-off match nila was, winner gets a win.
Yes.
Kasi pareha silang losing streak. Wala silang panalo ever.
Mhm.
But, sa totoo lang, 3 yung tao walang panalo
Yeah.
sa FPW.
Mhm.
Ako yung isa. Of course, hindi counted yung first ever show.
Mm-mm.
Kasi test show yun eh. Pero nung nag-start na yung talagang FPW train ba?
Mm-mm.
Tatlo yung walang wins. Tapos hindi lang binabanggit yung sa akin. Kasi syempre, pag binanggit yung sa akin, wala nang dating yung winner gets a win nilang dalawa.
Mm-mm.
So parang sabi ko, ano yung magandang na pwede kong gamitin yung talunan ako. Then nag-build off na, baka kaya pwedeng matalo hanggang manalo. Or eventually mag-start ng win streak pero first dapa mo,
Mm-mm.
bye-bye. Parang ganyan.
Mm. Yeah.
Pero noong time na yun, wala pang plan of when to end and
Mm-mm.
who to end it with, di ba?
Mhm.
Siyempre, as much as gusto ko i-share sa inyo na yun talaga yung ending in mind, there was also moments na parang pwede rin naman ako manalo eh.
Yeah. True. Actually, sige. Kasama ba dun sa story na yun yung dito, supposedly, if ever Jeff Cobb didn't go to WWE, kasama yun?
Oo,
Good question.
kasama yan.
Oo. Oh.
There was, yun talaga yung trajectory ng storya. Actually, hindi yun yung original trajectory. Pero of course, there was a Jeff Cobb into play, naisipan na rin ng parang pathway yun. Yun. Tapos, syempre, hindi rin natuloy, di ba?
Yeah.
So, hindi na all the way natuloy. Pero, that was also part of the plan. Pero initially, hindi ko siya naisip. Kasi nga, for me, at the end of it all, as much as possible, gusto ko kung may mabibigyan tayo ng rub is syempre yung local talent, di ba? Para for me kasi if Jeff Cobb yung huli kong kalaban tapos natalo ako, parang I did it for myself. Parang ganun yung dating. Yes, of course, Jeff Cobb yun, mananalo yun. Di ba? Pero I felt lang na parang mas maganda talaga yung naging trajectory ngayon. Hindi ko lang gusto na si 4 yung nanalo, pero I mean,
Yeah.
pakisabi
Yes.
Pakisabi.
Hindi, mapapanood dyan to.
Kapag nyo to, yun ang episode na to.
Sige, itong parte clip mo para sa kanya. Okay naman eh. Kaso si 4 kasi, di ba?
Oo.
Sana iba na lang.
Actually,
Ayun.
nga dito, may kinuwento si, ewan ko lang kung, basta, 4 said that, parang, ang pangit naman daw nung first na, na-pin ka niya na, yung first match nyo,
Yung pin na
for the championship.
alanganin.
Oh,
Mm-mm.
Actually, ang akala ko doon, it's either baka nabaldog. Yun yung naisip ko kada pag yung pin ganito eh. Okay, something went wrong. Something parang yun yung iniisip ko parang feeling ko dapat magpo-pull up ka pa nun sana or pero baka hindi na nangyari.
Yeah.
Pero buti na lang. Yeah, sorry.
Gets naman. I think naman, for me, like, hindsight is 2020. Syempre, nung time na yan, parang di na bad trip, di ba?
Yeah.
Pero actually, if you think about it, parang mas nag-build siya ng doubt di ba?
Mm.
And hindi naging clear na, talo. One of the things kasi na gusto ko i-avoid when I started yung retirement storyline is, sorry, real talk lang to medyo parang paso na kasi yung retirement angle sa Philippine wrestling scene. Hindi lang siya nagsimula itong 2020s. Matagal na siyang ginagawa ng iba. And ang laging angle is mag-retire, babalik after 2 shows, ganon. Para for me, ang ang cheap pop ba? Parang ganon. Yung reverse nun, para lang to get all their flowers.
Yeah.
Makakuha sila ng kung ano mang papuri from people. They'll hear what they want to hear, tapos babalik sila after 2 months. Respect!
Parang Rick.
Never never a fan of fake retirements.
Same.
Kasi parang, ewan ko, parang it just doesn't resonate well with me as a fan na pinaglaruan mo yung emotions ko. And, I mean, of course, we're in wrestling and part yun ng game. Pero, kung sa isang promotion, 3 na kayong gumagawa nun, parang parang bagala naman natin. Parang
Yeah.
So, for me, ayoko mag-create ng doubt even nung time na yon. Kaya gusto ko very, very clear. As in like, kahit sino wala na, retire na ako. Kahit yung may humihirit pa na iba dun sa Filipino Pro Wrestling Official Group nang babalik daw ako as a heel. Hindi na po ako babalik as a heel.
Dito na. Yeah.
Dito na.
Narinig
Exclusive.
niyo na.
Yeah. Kung klaro lang po, yun. So, when that happened,
Sorry.
when that happened, yung parang half-hearted 3, I felt na parang, baka yun yung dating tuloy. Although, the setup naman was eventually babalik na ako, di ba? Pero parang mas maganda yung kung umuuna nga ako dito sa parang pseudo-retirement, half-ass pa ba natin sa bilang? Pero again, everything panned out naman. I think everything happened for a reason.
Yep.
Yung referee nun, I think did better afterwards.
Yes.
Galing na nga wrestler na siya, di ba?
Wrestler na siya.
Si Nico.
Sorry.
Shoutout
Si
to
Nico.
Nico.
Shoutout, man. Shoutout.
Sobrang galing niya. Naging wrestler na siya bigla Pero anyway, so yun. Alam ko bad trip si Quattro noon. Pero, I mean, them's the breaks. Sabi nga nila, it's live. Kahit recorded namin siya for our Astig recordings. Siguro the only time na kayo as fans and audience na parang ni-rehearse namin kayo was one time lang parang nagpa-hello lang si Red dun sa drone na umiikot. But outside of that, parang wala kaming parang mali yung spot, ulitin ba natin? Hindi.
Actually,
Sige, yun lang.
Yeah, actually talaga yung the moment na nangyari yon was para daming lahat ng audience nalaglag yung puso nila dahil and then at the same time parang feeling ko yun na yung ending nun, 'di ba? It's a big that put a big question mark in all of our heads which is I think yun nga napaganda pa kumbaga.
Oo. Kasi for me nung next show 'di ba sila nagpo-promo sila, 'di ba?
Yes.
Tapos sinachant naman ng tao yung pangalan ko hindi naman ako scheduled for that. Of course, lumabas ako later that show, the end of that show. Pero parang syempre parang, meaning nag-work. but yeah, yun doon ko na sabi na parang, I guess, kahit anong plano mo as, I mean, that's also one of the beauty of wrestling Maraming bagay na storya na nakita natin na hindi naman sadya yun Sinapak si Becky din siyang mukha. As nagdugo yung mukha niya. Hindi na sinadya yun na parang, you know what, ikaw na yung bagong Stone Cold Steve Austin. Di naman, di ba? And I would like to think, wow, ganda na comparison ko, Becky Lynch. Same thing for me.
Yes.
And that's the beauty of live pro wrestling, yung feeling na naramdaman nyo during that time. Which, sa totoo lang, yun naman yung gusto kong feeling na maramdaman yung after. Kasi, kung natalo ako, tapos nag-cheer ka, aba, syempre, ako yung iiyak.
Yeah, naiyak kami doon, alam mo.
Yak kami nun eh.
Naiyak din ako nun.
Sige,
But yeah, yun.
sige, na ako, na off track na ako na konti. Pero tanong ko lang muna yung what's your most memorable match siguro na lang on your during your retirement tour?
Hirap ah.
Mm-mm.
Kasi ako personally,
ang dami nun eh. Actually.
Dami.
Dami. Ako lahat gusto ko. Ang hirap. Lahat gusto ko. Siguro okay lang mabigay ko na lang yung mga highlights of
Yes.
each.
Of course.
So yung Richie match, that was the first match. Only because it was a new guy na parang introducing to the FPW universe, the Astig Nation.
Yes.
I felt na parang it was a responsibility of mine to showcase kung ano yung pwede niyang gawin. Of course, Chino Ginto ako. Pero kailangan mag-stand out din siya as Richie Paraiso. May mga nagawa ako during the match na parang feel ko, parang doon ko actually first na feel yung sinasabi ko na I think nag-improve ako as a performer. Next match ko was with Dax. Dax ba or si AB3? AB3 pala, sorry. AB3. Doon ko officially, after the match, doon ako nag-official promo na yung stipulation ko na the last rodeo, the rider, win or go home. AB3 because may history kami ni AB3
Yes.
na football mates kami before eh. And for me, parang in terms of in-ring trust, isa si AB3 sa mga pinaka-tina-trust ko na wrestlers. Safe as safe. Pero, and he gets it. He gets timing and everything. And kakabalik lang niya, FPW. Kakabalik lang niya as a pro wrestler. Parang I think second match pa lang niya ata back. And sabi ko, dapat meron kang banger match pagbalik mo.
Yeah.
Or pag tayo. And I think okay naman yung match namin nun. Third match, Dax. Bilis lang. After ng match na yun, naging siya? Naging 6-man Dax na siya, di ba? Change. Gimmick.
Nag-face siya.
Actually, parang, face turn siya. Pero hindi naman outright, not just because of the match, but I think I was able to allow him to show some of his kung sino siya, personality niya. And I guess siguro dahil nagka-confident siya for the next step niya. After nun, yung, correct me if I'm wrong, Johnny Vander match. I think.
Yeah, the first unfinished business, I think.
Person, yes.
Solid.
Johnny
My favorite
Vander.
match.
Thank you. I would say my favorite match of the run. Kasi parang lahat ng ginawa namin nun hit the right spots.
Yeah.
Like, naaalala ko, nakahiga ako, tas nagwawala yung mga tao, tas parang hindi ko mapigilan na,
Solid talaga eh.
Of course. Tarito,
Sabi ako sa sarili ko, so panood ko kami, parang ganun level.
yeah.
Gusto ko lang din, sabihin na, nandun yung, sa match nyong yun, nandun yung athleticism tsaka kung gaano ka kagaling mag-promo on the fly. Kasi
Yes.
Kasi before the match, di ba kasi ginalabog ni
Duke Ortega.
Duke Ortega yung ring.
Duke Ortega, the ring destroyer.
The ring breaker. ako naging benta nun. The ring breaker. Kasi sobrang lakas ng pagkaka-powerbomb niya kay Sam Baltasar.
Yes.
To the point na hanggang pati match ni Ralph, di ba? Parang may nakita silang lap, tapos tinatalon niyang ganun. Tapos nag-adlib ka ng
wala,
crowd work. Galing eh. Sobrang okay.
Kasi ang nangyari doon was, labas kami, di ba? Sabi naman nila okay yung ring eh. Pero pagdating ko doon sa loob ng ring, bumulong sa akin, ayusin daw yung ring. Sabi ko, nandito na ako sa labas eh. Nandito na kami sa labas. Inalabas niyo pa kami. Anyway. So yun, we had to do crowd work. Tapos ang ganda lang din ng cut-off ni Johnny Vander nun, no? Parang inago lang yung mic. Shut up, let's get started. Sabi ko, ang gandang cut-off nun. Sabi ko, walang better cut-off than that.
Yeah.
And from there, parang feeling ko each spot namin talagang it hit the right, pati yung crescendo ng buong match. So feeling ko parang sa akin, favorite ko siya because everything went according to plan and more. Yun. Next match ko, I think Duke Ortega and Ralph
Yeah.
Three-way.
Three-way.
Actually nasingit lang ako sa gitna ng dalawang yun. Kasi ano sila eh, may feud sila nun eh. Diba, parang nagbabangga-banggaan sila lagi sa mga entrance nila. Tsaka yun nga dahil sinira ni Duke yung ring, so parang sila pinagayos. So nasingit ako doon kasi ako yung sumunod na match. Ayun. Yeah, for me okay siya kasi si Duke, lagi ko siya nakaka-match sa three-way. For some reason, lagi siya isang member sa three-way matches ko. Wink.
Wink.
Wink,
Nudge,
wink.
nudge.
Di pa siya Duke nun.
Actually, okay yung chemistry ninyo ni Duke Ortega eh. Ang ganda.
Banger
Kasi
matches.
before nung match namin ni Richie, before yung official start ng siya yung dumurog sa akin, di ba?
Yeah.
Si Duke.
Yeah.
Pangalawang match ako kay Dax. Grabe, pinagdaruan
Oo. Nagdalawang nagdalawang match siya ng araw na yun. Sinagdit lang niya si Dax, tas
Ikaw yung
Kinaulo.
sinod.
Tapos yun, that's for Duke yun. Okay siya, he's a great guy, one of the guys I get along with outside. Pero yun, solid in ring. Tapos si Ralph, actually, history dyan is, sa totoo lang, kung may rival ako sa wrestling dati, was si Ralph. I considered Ralph as yung rival. Only because nung earlier parts of 2017, yun yung sa kanya nangyari yung double turn eh. Nagkaroon kami ng match that did okay, na eventually parang nag-branch off siya to other things, na siya na yung naging rival ko, tapos nagkaroon kami ng match na nag-double turn kami. Heal ako, naging face siya, face na nag-heal, pinagsampal ako mga 100 times. So hindi pa ba sign yun na heal na siya? Tapos, basically, yung pagiging heal niya na yun, yun yung naging trigger para magawa niya yung sobrang lengthy run niya as PWR champion.
Yes, the longest.
PWR champion. So, dapat supposedly, babalik ako nung comeback ko noon, na-check kalaban ko. But the powers that be, ayaw mangyari yun. Iba yung gusto nilang ginawa. So, never kami nagtagpo. Ever since nung nag-double turn kami, di namin nagtagpo ulit. Up until yung match na yun. So yun, parang I felt na parang ganda lang. Ang ganda lang na nasira na kalaban ko din. Even though hindi one-on-one, but still, gusto ko yung match na yun because of that. Tapos, the next match na nun was si Mike Madrigal.
Yes, Mike Madrigal.
For the semis of FPW number 1 contendership kasi di ba nag-vacate si Jeff Cobb. Of course, Mike is one of the best in-ring workers in the country. Siya yung nakalaban ko, first ever main event ko. Yung second show ng FPW. Actually, ano yun, medyo parang I felt like I let him down during that match eh. May part kasi ng match na yun na parang hindi siya nag-hit ng the right notes ba compared dun sa sinasabi ko kanina with Johnny Vander, and I felt that a lot of it was on me, and I think a lot of it was on me naman talaga. So kumbaga ito yung pambawi na match dun, and okay siya sa akin. Like I think we performed it well kasi mahirap eh. Si Mike is a crowd favorite.
Yes.
Isa sa mga pinakamahirap na kalaban is like matulad nila Mike. Kasi kahit anong gawin nila, people will always cheer for them. So kailangan mo sumabay. Kailangan ko sumabay as myself na i-cheer din ako ng tao. And nangyari naman, nagagawa naman. Yun, ang ganda nun. For me, ang ganda ng match na yun. May multo. Mabukas yung pinto ko.
Hindi kita dito sa ano, pero
Hindi kita.
hindi kita.
Mabukas yung pinto mag-isa.
Sa akin ba yun?
Kala ko kala ko rin sa akin.
Ano?
Tapos,
Yeah, sorry.
yun.
Sorry. Na-distract.
Ako yan, na-distract ako. May bumukas ang pinto ko eh. Tapos same night, yung may 4 match. We made do with what little we had. Maganda siya. And sa akin, yung pinaka-last match ko is yung kay 4. Bittersweet, I say.
Yes.
Yeah.
Siguro, hindi ko masabi favorite ko kasi ito yung match na talo ko eh, di ba? For the sole reason na natalo ako, and that retired me. But if there was one match na matatapos yung career ko, yun. Kasi naaalala ko pa yung crescendo of every kick out nung patapos.
Yes.
Every time hit niya ang Destino, first Destino, kick out ako wild. Second kick out ng Destino, parang medyo nag-next level na yung pangatlong kick out, sobrang lakas na nung mga tao. Sabi ko, feel na nila mananalo. Oh, sorry guys.
Akala talaga namin eh. Kasi,
Akala ko rin.
oo eh. God damn.
Ayun, and I feel na nung natalo ako, yung collective gasp of, actually wala kang gasp eh. Yung isang match yung unang with 4, nag-gasp yung mga tao.
Yes.
Itong huli, parang 3, sobrang tahimik. And parang for me, that was the first time na tahimik yung crowd, pero okay ako doon. Di ba sabi ko sa inyo kanina, for me, performing in the ring, dapat maingay. Hindi ako pumapayag na tahimik. Kung tahimik sila, maingay ako and I will engage the crowd.
Yeah.
Pero that was the only time nung tahimik yung crowd. Parang doon masaya ako. And I guess it also marked a good ending sa career ko, di ba?
Yes.
Now I'm okay when silence is there.
Yep.
Wow, how poetic.
Sobra. Yeah. It's more poetic compared to the retirement ni John Cena.
Sabay ba? Screw you, The Rock.
Personal opinion ko, it was perfect.
Yes.
So,
Okay na rin yung ganun niya.
John Cena, it was perfect. Sorry.
Okay. Joke lang.
Joke lang. Ako dapat sinama niya yung George eh.
Come out, guys. Last smile.
Yeah. Ito lang, going back muna tayo sa start, no? Patalon-talon tayo. Okay lang yan.
Okay lang.
Yeah. Yeah, you mentioned na yung your stable the network, no? You started it with James Idol Martinez, AB3, then you added Sam Baltasar later on. Tarito, paano niyo pala nabuo yung the gimmick na yun? Kasi that's one of the most memorable stables in PWR before.
I agree. Hindi ako part ng original network. The original network was just 2 people. Si James Idol Martinez at yung manager namin at that time was si Big Back Bruno Bernardo.
Bruno Bernardo.
Tapos, I think ginawa siyang stable to which new call-ups will be added into. Kasi syempre parang ang ganda ng concept di ba?
Yes.
Networking. So meaning, pwede ka magpasok ng mga random na tao tapos, bago namin downline.
Yes.
So, parang there was a time na they needed more downlines, ganyan. The thing is kasi it was a heel gimmick. James Idol Martinez, sali ka sa downline ko. Ay maging downline ka, sali ka sa net. Pag ayaw mo, gulping ka namin. So technically, dapat heel yun, di ba?
Yes.
But the gimmick was given actually to James Idol Martinez. And sobrang galing niya, he just ran with it.
Yes.
And I guess because of that, nag-translate well sa crowd na hindi negative yung reaction sa kanya. So, they needed my way in was, nakakatawa to kasi I did a dark match one time. Actually, the very first official match, dark match nga ako. Pero ako yung una nag-bump with an audience capacity sa unang pro wrestling ring sa Pilipinas.
Mm.
So yung PWR moved away from Makati Cinema Square, hindi na yung boxing ring.
Hindi na.
Pagawa sila ng bagong ring, tapos the first venue was I Academy. The very first show there, may dark match doon. Ako, as myself, my shoot self, versus The Machine, if familiar kayo with The Machine from
Familiar.
World dating
Na-mention
PWR.
na siya sa podcast. Pero I'm not, sorry.
So yun. So kami yun. Tapos sabi nila after that match, kasi syempre dahil dark match, tinitingnan nila yung capacity ko. Kasi si The Machine, mako-call up naman na talaga siya.
Mm.
Tapos I think sabi nila, oh Chino, you did that's good work, good face work. Parang it sold so well. Galing mo mag-face. Sige, kailangan namin ng heel. Kailangan namin ng heater para kay James Idol Martinez kasi they're doing so well. So, yun din yung show kasi na dinabue sila. Tapos parang syempre yung nakita lang from me and nag-build up towards that. So they brought me in as yung guy na who will eventually give heat to the network.
Yeah.
Nakapiko naman ako dati. Downline ako. Parang ang concept ko pa ng gimmick was ako, legacy downline, meaning yung parents ko downline. I'm part of the network.
Mm.
So dahil anak nila ako, hindi ko na kailangan mag-buy-in kasi automatic.
Yes.
Sabi ko, it sounds so stupid, but so legacy downline ako.
Yeah. Or Nepo downline.
Nepo
Downline. Yes, so in na agad ako.
Mm.
And the idea there was, ako yung nakaka-iritang member. And we took it up a notch. Like kami nila, Idol, we would have like stories internally sa amin na show off kasi ako Chino Ginto.
Yes.
Kung sino si Chino Ginto kayo naman din before. Pakitang, parang pasikat. Parang siya, hindi siya parang, tag team kami. Ako lahat gagawa ng moves. Tapos pag tatagin na siya magpipin. Kasi siya yung nanalo.
Upline.
So medyo pikon, pero syempre upline ko siya. So yun, then eventually pumasok din si Machine dun sa group na yun. Tapos eventually nawala si Big Bang Bruno Bernardo, nawala si Machine. Si AB3 became the replacement,
Yeah.
the newest member of the downline.
Actually, nakakatawa yung tagline niya nun Yung Mr. Financially Stable.
Stable. Tapos may scarf siya. As if to imply na yun ang magpapatunay na mayaman ka. So nakuha naman ni MJF yung idea na yun. So same time yun when MJF was coming up sa Indies. Tapos eventually, yung binibuild sana namin na story, nag-champion ako. Ang story sana nun was mag-match kami ni Idol.
Mm.
Parang nagselos siya nag-champion ako, nagselos siya, kinuha niya yung belt ko. Parang gano'n. This is mine, I'm your upline. Fortunately, na-injure tayo. Yan.
Yeah.
But the network, for me, I think, one of the most successful stables in Philippine wrestling. Mali. I don't think successful. I think, synonymous to Philippine wrestling. Kasi, I think the network, more than Idol himself, yung the concept of it, parang talaga nag-resonate sa mga tao.
Yes. I think, yeah. Kasi dito, daming siguro hindi naman, nakaka-relate doon because of the, syempre, during that time, ang daming, networking businesses
Nakapito ba?
Yeah.
Medyo ba? Paki-blip na lang yun.
Pero at the end of it all, maganda rin kasi of how it was executed. Kasi remember, si Idol talagang all green.
Yes.
Green kung green. Ako, ang initial gimmick ko noon was I wore 2 polo shirts on top of each other.
Tapos yun, taas pa yung collar.
Parang yung dito sa print Ken
yes.
Yes.
Yeah, kasi sabi ko noon, you know what's more annoying than a popped-up collar? 2 popped-up collars. Tapos I remember yung gimmick ko pa noon was, bago mag-start yung match, ring yung bell, di ba? Sabihin ng referee, are you ready? Wait, di pa ako ready. Upad ako. Yung isang shirt lang. Tapos, okay, are you ready now? Wait. Isa ba?
Is ba?
Tapos yung isang match ko, nung paggaganon ko, binato ko sa mukha ng kalaban yung shirt, tapos ginamp ko siya.
Pero,
Anyway,
pero meron pa yung dito, dami pang bling-bling sa sa
Yeah. Yung nga rin eh, isa kong gusto rin itanong yun eh, kasi sa ring gear mo kasi dami mong bling-bling eh. Parang, fan ba kayo ng hip-hop? Ganun, like mga favorite local or foreign artist ba kayo na
fan ako ng hip-hop, yes. I like rap, I like hip-hop. Pero yung totoong history noon was Okada.
Yeah.
Parang peg ko dyan. Kasi nung nagka-transition ako ng look, sabi ko, hindi na kasi ako blessed lang basta nun eh. Kasi bumalik na ako from injury. So sabi ko, kailangan mag-evolve nung jacket. So parang ginupit, di ba? Ginupit yung jacket. Kasi sabi ko, parang hindi enough. Parang kulang. And I felt na kailangan na something dito. Pero nung isa lang, hindi enough. Nung dalawa, hindi sapat. Nung tatlo, hindi sapat. Gawin nating napakarami. So, di ba? Iconic naman. Kasi at the end of the day, it's about catching attention. I remember, lagi kong sinasabi sa mga tao or kung there are people who come up to me for advice, ang lagi kong sinasabi is, wag mong, parang never assume that people know you. Always make it a point to introduce yourself. And I mean that the moment you exit to the curtain, the moment your music hits, the moment yung anong video ang lalabas sa'yo, whether manager ka, whether nag-wrestling ka, whether anumang appearance mo outside, you always have to keep in mind to introduce yourself. What do I mean? Pakitang gilas ka. Labas mo todo, huwag kang mahiya. Pakilala mo sarili mo. Ayusin mo yung forma mo, todo mo yung gear mo. Ganda mo yung music mo, ganda mo yung video mo. Ganon. Because hindi mo pwedeng i-assume na paglabas mo kilala ka nila. And what if hindi ka nila kilala? What if wala nag-cheer? And now you're stuck. And now you feel embarrassed. Mas mahihiya ka, babagsak confidence mo. Where is you come in, I'm nobody, I have to introduce myself. I have to make myself like talagang pakilala ko. And ganon. So, part yun ng look, the double pop collar, part yun. Blessed jacket, green and red.
Yes.
Green and red.
Iconic.
Diba? Tapos ngayon, naggupit ng sleeves, ginanon. Nagda-jacket pero walang t-shirt sa loob. So, it's all part of the look. Yung overall character mo. So, kaya pag nakita ko may iba parang, huwag mo i-half-ass yung entrance gear mo. Huwag mo i-half-ass yung gear mo. Kung kaya mong to work it, to personalize it, do it. Kasi yan yung pakilala mo eh. What if di nila naririnig yung music mo? Makikita ka lang nila. So, at least, may maalala sila sa'yo, di ba?
Speaking of music, one of the iconic entrances of FPW is your entrance talaga. Yeah, as in dito paano pala nangyari yun yung your entrance music?
Sige, yung entrance music ko before shared out with the network. Pero kasi we had this guy before, one of our board members sa PWR, si Jem. Parang he always believed in me. Pinsan siya ni Machine dati. Pinsan siya ni Machine. Pinsan siya ni Machine. Tapos, I remember nung sabay kami magka-batch kami ni Machine, nakakausap ko yun si Jem. So even before we were part of PWR, parang, buddy-buddy naman kami. Tapos eventually, he was part of he moved up, became part of a bigger roles at PWR. Ako naging wrestler. Tapos we've had conversations. Sabi niya, alam mo bro, can you pick out, may mga beats akong maganda dito eh. May gusto ka ba? Tapos he sent me some beats. So sabi ko, sige. Pumili ako isa. Ang ganda. Ito, maganda to, ganyan. Sabi niya, if you don't mind, gawa ko music for you. So parang pa-produce ako ng music first. Sabi ko, oh, walang problema. Little did I know, parang ang tinap pala niya was si Fidel De Jesus, which I also met through PWR kasi parang na-meet ko siya during one of the training sessions. Nandun siya. Turns out, legend pala siya
Yep.
sa rock scene dito sa Pilipinas. Kumbaga, sikat siya. Like talagang nang tutunaw ng mukha yun pag nagigitara. So, turns out,
First time ko nakita siya live.
no, haliyo mo pala yun. Like, nung na-meet ko siya, di ko pa nga siya sinerch dati. Parang nagka-addan sa Facebook. Tapos pagtingin ko, champion pala to sa isang like guitar shredding competition. Tapos may mga like top bands pala siya. So anyway, si Jem reached out to him. May beats ako. Maybe you can do something with this. Then ginawa niya initial mix of yung The Golden Era, yung title.
Yeah.
Unang rinig ko, ang ganda. Yun eh. What my song is now, yun din yun. Na-remix lang yung these past few shows this year. Tapos, it has been my music ever since. Pero nagsabi ko, nung mag-retire na ako, sabi ko, nung pinanap yung storyline, gusto ko maganda yung music ko, tinanong ko pwede i-remix ba? Sabi, sige, remix natin yan bro, ganyan. So when I asked him, sige bro, magkano damage natin dyan? Pero of course, this is livelihood na to eh. Sabi na sa akin, isa lang gusto ko kapalit. Basta bigyan mo ako chance to perform it live.
Wow.
Oh, shoot.
Sabi ko, I got you. Sabi ko, sakto pang last match ko siya.
Yes.
So yun, that's how it came about. Matagal na siyang in the works. So he remixed it, ganda. Tapos I just had to book lang in that day in advance. Siyempre busy tao to eh. So parang sikat to si Boss Fidel, laging booked yan. So yun, bilis lang, came in, did sound check. Tumambay na sa likod kasi tropa niya ibang mga wrestlers eh. Tambay na sa likod, tapos nung game time na, yun na. As in like, hindi ko kasi, wala, ang pinaka sinabi ko lang was, sige bro, basta pag sinimula mo yung gitara mo, gitna ka, ikaw bida. Tapos lalabas ako, tapos bahala na, pakiramdaman tayo.
Yeah.
Tapos and ganda. Sabi ko, halos maluwa-luwa ako. Sabi ko, sana may isa pang ganito. Pero anyway,
Sana
yeah, parang guns ablaze lahat yung that entrance.
Basically, you went out in a bang.
yeah.
Pero grabe.
So, yun. Ano naman, I guess, of course, at the end of the day, parang sa akin, maganda siya for me sa entrance ko. Pero sa totoo sa akin, I can imagine yung experience of live entrance music being played. Parang saya for entrance goers, di ba? Ay, for show watchers. Or kung sino man pumunta. Parang masaya siya di ba?
So, kasi di ko ina-expect yun eh. Una narinig ko lang gitara, tapos maya nag-flash yung ilaw, di ba? Parang, si Fidel De Jesus to, tapos,
Oo, nabitaw yung gitara ko. Ganda ng audio mix nila ngayon,
Oo. Parang live ba? Parang live. Sige, mama na sa ano. Okay.
Parang ano nga, parang dito, it's parang yun nga, para for me sa lahat ng napanood ko na local matches, this is yung entrance talaga ni Chino Ginto na yun with Fidel De Jesus was talagang sobrang sobrang package talaga, I think talaga the perfect, sabi kung di man perfect, that's the full package talaga. Parang reminiscent of what yung first entrance ni Shinsuke Nakamura sa SmackDown.
Wow, grabe. Pero I guess siguro, of course, syempre ito, dina-downplay ko na naman.
Yeah.
Syempre, bihira pa lang naman gumagawa ng special entrances.
Yes.
Nung homecoming, nandun ka, di ba?
Yes.
Nandun ka ba nung homecoming?
Nandun ako.
Nakita mo yung entrance doon, nagpalipad ako ng Chino dollars.
Yes, remember. I remember that. Of course.
For Eugene's sake, ikikwento ko, play yung music, yung guitar, pasok ako. angas. Tapos, lumabas si James Idol Martinez. Nag-network sign kami, kinumpleto na yung pyramid.
Ito.
Tapos, biglang may dalawa kaming gun na confetti gun na palabas ng Chino dollars.
Yes. Sayang dapat meron tayo, pero di ko kinuha yun eh. Sayang, may artifact sana ako nun. History.
Yeah. Ano lang, parang, ano yan?
Sa next show, bigaw ka.
Yeah!
Yes.
Muna natin kumahanap ko pa yung Chino dollars. But yeah, yun. So, hindi naman tayo stranger to very nice entrances.
Yeah. You know how
Pero yun,
pass
of course,
it.
sabi ko kasi, it's all about having, making sure na memorable.
Yes, unique. Unique po ba?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Legit, ikaw, you still have questions pa?
Siguro last question since naka-isang oras na rin tayo, no? Kasi 10:30 na tayo. Napansin ko kasi sa IG kasi napansin ko you were posting a lot of yung mga coffee stuff na sa mga cafe kasi follower ako ng IG and lagi nyo ding sinashare yung flat white comment ni John Cena very ano ba ang typical order ng isang Chino Ginto
Sa cafe.
sa cafe? Kuya Boy. Sorry, ginagaya ko na naman si James Karaan.
Ayaw naman mag-sound as if coffee snob ako, di ba? Pero syempre ang gauge talaga natin ay isang flat white. I enjoy myself a good cup of a flat white kasi a good mix of coffee and milk and water. pero naman, I mean, not to sound pretentious or anything, I enjoy a good cup of coffee. Hindi ako looking out for like ano ba yung mahal, ano ba yung specialty ganito. I mean, yes, I appreciate really good coffee, specialty beans, ganyan. Pero for me, a good cup of flat white, parang solid na ako doon. Like, kung yung kape na yun masarap para sa'yo, sa coffee shop na yun, ibig sabihin lahat ng kape nila masarap. That's just me. Sabi nga ni John Cena, di ba, that's a good gauge of how good their beans are. Kasi nga, yung base niya would be yung kape. Anyway, ayaw mag-sound na snob kasi hindi naman din ako super expert. To be fair, hindi naman ako expert. Mahilig lang ako sa kape and I like the finer things in life. Not because it's expensive or not because I drink it at like say all these fancy restaurants or cafes. But ako pag pinost ko, ibig sabihin masarap yun. Or masarap yun or sobrang enjoy ko yung experience kung nasan man ako. Behind the Chino Ginto persona is I just really love to experience new activities or new experiences. Kaya mahilig tayo mag-travel. So, notice yung madalas din ako sa Japan.
Yeah.
Hindi ako rin sa Japan, but madalas ako nandun. Hindi lang nagka-opportunity, pero because ako, gusto ko lang ma-experience in life. As life should be experienced. Kung nakakakasan kayo, edi great. Kung nakukulan kayo sa akin, thank you. Pero the truth is, I'm just being me. I'm just being me, enjoying what I enjoy. And I think that's also what, kung may message man ako na gusto kong makarating sa mga tao, is just be you. Kung trip mo suotin yung green jacket na ganyan, i-trip mo.
Yes.
Kung gusto mo magsuot ng shades indoors, i-trip mo. Pero kung maangas ka, just make sure you back it up. Diba? If you feel if you want to be a badass, if you want to be this and that, just back it up. So, yun. So, thank you pala for following my Instagram.
Of course.
And my
course.
Actually, tarito, yun nga eh. Yung what you tell, just being you yourself is, it radiates to your persona in the ring eh. Diba? Parang, wow.
Sobrang son.
Oo.
Oh, sa totoo lang, like minsan parang, syempre, di ba, nagtagal na, di ba? So every now and then, may character refresher class kami.
Mm.
So parang ako, I have to think, sino nga ba ulit ako as a character? Hala, have I immersed myself too much in Chino Ginto that I forgot who I am?
Mm.
Or, ito na pala talaga ako all along. So may mga ganun ako instances. And for me, the reason why pag yun yung suggestion ko, just be you, introduce yourself. Kasi paano papakilala sarili mo, hindi mo kilala sarili mo? Paano mo ipoproject yung persona mo dyan sa ring kung hindi mo nga ma-project sa sarili mo, sino ka? Because you're so busy thinking of, sino ba ako? Sino ba ako? Ano ba gagawin ng someone na ganito? Ano ba gagawin ko if ganito ako? If you're too preoccupied with that, ang dami mong makakalimutan. Ang dami mong hindi magagawa. Ang dami mong hindi ma-keep into consideration sa nangyayari. So, it's very important to know yourself so you can project who you want other people to see you, diba? Or how you want yourself projected. Whether sarili mo or ibang character. Tapos mas madali na yung ibang bagay. Kasi, yun. Yun yung tricky part sa pro wrestling world, di ba? Sometimes you're talking about real life stuff, biglang pabago.
Oo.
Biglang umikay-fame to. But yeah. So yun ang ano ko, advice ko sa mga some of the guys. Pagkausap ko si Darius, di ko alam eh. Di ko na
Darius.
Sino yung totoo dito? Parang it's the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sa social media, mga parang nag-exaggerate niya.
Yeah.
Hindi siya sa totoong buhay eh. So, yeah.
Okay. Before, speaking of Legendarius, guys, nangangailangan ata ng B positive blood ata yung lolo niya. So, kung B positive kayo, contact na si Legendarius the Great.
Yeah.
Para long live Sigma.
Okay.
Pero yes, serious yung B+. So, kung meron kayong kilala,
Yeah.
shout out din sa'yo. If
Or
ever.
kung kayo mismo, B positive.
B positive
na
why not?
dugo. Well, anyway, yeah. I have yeah, tama. I have sorry. I have two last questions na lang, no. So, sino yung if ever na you going to rewrite yung yung storyline mo, meron ka pa bang isisingit na wrestler na gusto mong makalaban? Or kung meron man, bakit hindi si Legendarius?
Lagi niya rin sinasabi na i-retire ka niya.
Kung meron man, siguro a singles match with Ralph. Top of mind lang.
That would be
Ayaw overthink eh. Kasi pag in-overthink ko, parang daya, di ba?
Yeah.
Top of mind, singles match with Ralph kasi of the history behind that. I feel na dahil na pwedeng gawin. At because parehas kaming wrestling nerds, marami kami pwedeng gawin para talaga mas malalalim na pag-dissect mo yung match. At bakit hindi si Legendarius? Kasi ayoko.
Okay.
Okay na yun.
Understandable.
Naka-turtleneck siya eh. Parang, tas naka-sleeveless pa. Ano, nilalamig ka ba talaga? O ano? Naingitan ka. Pick a lane, bro.
Nalalabigan daw siya sa leeg, pero sa...
Leg lang. Kaya na may jacket siya.
Pero pinagpapawisan pa rin daw siya, so kailangan sleeveless.
Jacket siya, pero sleeveless siya. Come on. Kasi yung isang bata niya, si Jason Rex, sa suspenders, wala naman ulaw pa rin. Ay,
paano si AB3? Paano si AB3?
Si
AB3 yan eh.
Nasa kamikaze.
Pag nilabas yung scarf niya.
Mangas yung scarf.
Wala ka sa pati, di na lang niya ibalik yung scarf niya. Wag na. Okay. Para magiging Mikasa na daw siya.
So, ano ibig sabihin nun? So, si Darius,
Pwede.
Pero, siya. Yun lang.
Yun lang.
Bagay.
Bagay.
Dari ko.
Magiging Titan daw siya. Okay. Bago ba natin maging pulutan si Legendarius na. Last question ka na, man. Last question ka na for this interview is that what's in stall for Chino Ginto now that he's retired?
Madami. Mention para mayroon akong mga experiences na gusto pang gawin, meaning mag-travel pa. Pero I guess in terms of Chino Ginto as in terms of sa sports aspect of it or sa athletics, pero yung mga ginagawa tayo na syempre ayong agad i-spoil or ang last thing kasi na gusto gawin is magyabang tas parang wala pa ako napapatunayan. Parang sabi ko nga, di ba, if kaya mo mag-angas, make sure to back it up.
Yeah.
So right now, I'm in the process of rediscovering some dreams. Gusto kong gawin dati pa. And in the process of training for those dreams. But siguro, for FPW, I'll try myself na mas makita pa. Maybe, of course, definitely not in a pro wrestler capacity, pero pinipitch ko if I could be part of, commentary, magbenta ng merch, gano'n. Parang may magawa naman ako.
Yeah.
Pero hindi ko alam, medyo hindi kami bati ni President Red eh. So, let's see. Pero if there's one thing na parang I would like for you to watch out for is FPW.
Yep.
A lot of the work naman that Chino Ginto has done isn't just for himself, but really for FPW. So, as much as I wanted na to physically be the one to drive things forward, I can only do so much. And I hope na yung mga stories na na-develop namin throughout the months, and everything that we've been doing for the past couple of years, panoorin nyo kami this 2026 and forward. Ang dami. Dahil pang pwede mangyari. Yes, medyo we are trying to chase our astig programming, but darating siya.
Yeah.
And darating siya in ways na we can only imagine how far and how fast. So more than just the shows, more than just our episodic content, makikita niyo pa rin naman ako sa episodes kasi syempre, di ba ako episode siya, nung pa ako.
Yeah.
But sa akin is, while we had a really great 2025, I'm proud to say na I'm sure may bigger 2026.
Yeah.
And kahit hindi ako physically part of it, I think naman na-contribute tayo to build up to that. Continue to follow me though. I'm still doing wrestler content kasi wrestler naman ako, di ba?
Yeah.
So, but yeah, there are more things in store for Chino Ginto personally, pero right now, at this point in time, this is a call for follow us on Filipino Pro Wrestling. The stories we tell are fresh, relatable for you. Yun. Hirap up ko na lang.
Yes. Yeah. Sabi na ni Quatro nung on our interview that you're targeting February showing. Medyo siguro ano pa. Other things in mind pa, baka mamaya di pala February or something.
Yeah, barbero lang kayo noon ni Quatro. But stay tuned. If you're talking about Filipino Pro Wrestling, stay tuned. Ang daming as of this date, this interview date, may mga mangyayari soon. Hindi ko alam kailan nilalabas to, pero ang next show namin ay isa.
Okay.
Naka-route.
Nandito na rin din.
Stay tuned na lang. Stay tuned na lang.
Stay tuned na lang. Yeah.
Okay. With that, we end this interview again. Thank you very much.
Brother.
Yeah.
Maraming salamat.
Of course, to Chino Ginto.
Shout out sa mga ano, yeah.
Yeah. Before we end this talaga, Boss Chino, shout out.
Shoutout kay Chino Ginto.
Solid
Yes.
action figures.
Yeah.
Yes, shout out.
Yeah, actually,
Sorry, bubok ko.
di dati natanong yung yung PHX run ni Chino Ginto, pero siguro next time na lang yun. Yeah.
Okay lang, na-injure ako eh.
Pero yeah, I think you're
Sino man is, syempre mas we're talking about yung patapos.
yeah.
But anyway,
Mm.
maybe you can have me for another run if you.
Of course,
If you
of course.
we
Of
would-
course. We would
We
really love to.
We really love to.
Of course. Ayan. Pero yun nga, shout out other mga babatiin pa, Boss Chino kung meron.
Mabatiin.
Oo.
Hi nga pala. Hindi, for me, gusto ko lang mag-shoutout sa buong wrestling scene,
Yeah.
local wrestling scene. Galingan nyo pa, guys. Kasi if you feel na 2025 was the biggest yet, marami pang mangyayari. All you have to do is just work hard for it, push lang, and not be... So always maintain the hierarchy of pro wrestling, guys.
Yeah.
Always the scene first.
Yes.
So, yun. Also for everyone else, sa lahat na mga nanood, sa mga, for the fans who supported, yun pala yung dapat unang sinabi, no? For the fans who supported.
Counted na rin ako.
Siguro last kwento na lang, I remember nung last match ko, I was supposed to get promo time. You know, ito na yung chance ko magsalita.
Yeah.
And if kilala nyo ako, matagal na ako kilala, gigil ako makakuha ng mic.
Yeah.
Gigil ako mag-promo time kasi hindi ako binibigyan ng promo time dati pa. And I feel, strength ko to. So, nung binigyan ako ng chance finally, isa sa mga chances after that match, kasi nadya ako yung unang talo, hindi ako nagsalita natalo kay 4. Hindi ako nagsalita, di ba? Parang,
Yeah.
Alis ako. Kasi I felt mas may effect yun. Pero nung after ng match with 4, talagang may script ako in mind. What I'll say, sino pa sasalamatan ko, anong action specifically gagawin ko at this moment in time when I say this word. Pero ang nag-isa lang pumasok sa isip ko was maraming salamat sa lahat at sinuportahan niyo ako at sinuportahan niyo Eksena. And hindi kami nandito kung wala Eksena. And the scene will still be here even without me. And yun ang gusto ko maging focus at the end of that match. So I guess ito na yung time ko para i-cut yung promo na yun.
Of course. Please do.
Hindi, mahaba yun. Sa akin lang is, I just want to say thank you to everyone who supported. Isa lang ang pinanghawakan ko dati as Chino Ginto. Kahit anong mangyari, when you're out there, when you're given a stage, you're given a platform, a ring, a mic, there will always be at least one person na nakikinig sa'yo. So it doesn't matter kung ilan yung followers mo, it doesn't matter kung ilan yung nanonood sa event na yon. It doesn't matter kung 10,000 sila o 10 lang sila. There will always be at least one person listening intently sa gusto mo sabihin. And I would like to say thank you dun sa mga taong yun. So, hindi ko alam kung ilan kayo. But I know na nandyan kayo. And hindi naman mag-matter what I've been doing Wala naman magre-react if mali yung ginagawa ko, di ba? Wala naman magre-react if bakit yung music ko. Wala naman But there's one person, at least one person who cared enough to clap for me pag nagugulpe ako, to cheer for me pag kinagit yung music ko, and mag-feel na malungkot for me nung natalo ako. And yun, I just wanna take this platform as an official thank you to you guys. So, whether pinanood nyo ako since day one, whether nakilala nyo ako nung before injury, nakilala nyo ako after injury, nakilala nyo ako after pandemic, or nakilala nyo ako bilang yung laging content father ni Quattro. Thank you guys. Yun lang. Basically, that's the gist of everything. Advice na rin yun actually for everyone who wants to perform or put their craft out there. whether artist ka or ito, podcast kayo, if you're having fun doing it, I'm sure there's one person out there enjoying yung ginagawa nyo.
Yeah.
So, yun. Yun lang.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yun lang.
Thank you. Kami ay nabasbasan ng The Blessed One.
Yes.
Thank you, sir.
Basbasan tayo. Salamat.
Nabasbasan.
Living the gimmick back.
Yeah. Eugene, how about you? Your shout out naman.
Shoutout ko lang sinagot na niya ako. Shoutout yung girlfriend ko, si Karel.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, sinagot niya ako kahapon.
Out na rin. My girlfriend.
Hey, girl.
Shoutout kay Karel. Love you. Yeah. Shoutout din sa sa brand namin Casual Wear at saka The Good Fight. Check niyo yan, spatan niyo yan. Meron kami mga bagong merch. Or kung meron man, kung wala man, sige, checkin nyo lang pa rin. Pero ako may ginagawa ko mga bagong merch doon. So check nyo lang doon.
Yeah.
Sa FB tsaka sa Shopee.
Yeah.
TikTok shop at sarili naming website.
Yun.
Yan.
I-post na lang rin natin sa description later on.
Yeah.
Yeah, pag
Thank you.
lumabas tong episode. Yun, for me naman, shoutout to my wife, to our friends, and also to our listeners and watchers. Thank you very much for viewing and listening to our podcast. Yun. And yun. That ends our episode. Again, thank you very much to our guest, Chino Ginto. Chino.
Wait lang, kaya ba?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
Tama ba yung edit nito?
mahirap. Hindi ko na.
Sige, kanya-kanya na lang.
Kanya. Chino.
Hey guys.
Okay, thank you. And
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
For
thank you, Boss Chino. Yeah.
thank you.
And with that, we end our episode.
Big boss.
I'm John Mar together with Chino Ginto and Eugene, and we are Geeks Out of Nowhere. Thank
Ito
you.
lang.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Yeah.